What's up, everybody? Renfill here. We're back again with another Baldur's Gate 3 guide, and this is another special request from some community members who have asked in comments for me to put together something covering inventory management with the controller. So I do play with an Xbox Series X controller, but you can play with, any controller, generic controllers, PlayStation controllers, anything you want. The big thing here is that the game switches between the mouse and keyboard UI to a console UI, so it's a slightly different UI whenever you're playing, depending on which configuration you prefer. I've already done a early access guide to mouse and keyboard inventory management. We got a new guide coming up in the future for the launch game, but in the meantime, let's talk console. If you haven't ever watched one of my videos before, this is the perfect time to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Daily streams at 11 a.m. Central, usually, as often as we can. Don't forget the Discord, links are down below, all the other playlists, because we do a lot more than just Baldur's Gate 3 on the channel, movies, podcasts, shows, a bunch of other stuff. Check them all out. Let's get into the game and show you how to do some inventory management with the controller in Baldur's Gate 3. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is hit the right trigger to bring this menu up, and from here you're going to go ahead and click on Character Sheet, where you can manage your character's abilities, features, skills, and equipment. Now, once you're into this screen, you're going to notice that it is chaos because I'm fairly deep into Act 2 and I got a ton of stuff on me, and I have not done any inventory management in a while because I wanted to save it for this video because there's a lot going on here. Now, if you've only ever played mouse and keyboard, like I said, there's another guide for that, but if you're just getting going on the controller layout, or if you're going to be playing on like the PS5 when it's coming up, it helps to know these things so you can better management. One of the big things people have asked me before is, like, as an example, if I switch back over to mouse and keyboard mode right now, one of the quick things that you can do in mouse and keyboard mode is you can hit the tab button and it brings this up where you see everybody's inventory laid out this way. It's sort of similar in in the controller layout, but what you have to do is you need to apply a filter first. So if we go back in here to this, right now there's no filters applied. So if I scroll down, there's Renfill, which is my character. This is main inventory. Then we get down to Shadowheart's inventory, Gale's inventory, and finally Lae'zel's inventory. So if you want to see everybody's inventory laid out like that, you can, but you do need to first apply a filter. So let's just say we want to filter for equipment because it's typically the most common thing you're picking up and the most common thing that you're going to be buying and selling because it's the most heavy and it also gives you the most coin outside of gems. So let's just go ahead and filter for equipment, and now you can see that we can very quickly see everybody's inventory laid out above me. We've got Renfill, we've got Shadowheart, we've got Gale and Lae'zel, and we can quickly scroll down and see who has what. So in order to do the filters, it's very simple. Just hold down, click the left thumb pad and you can apply your filters accordingly. There's scrolls, there's throwables, camp supplies, weapons, so on and so forth. Then you can go none and show all of the chaos and then sort by like latest things that you've picked up. The value of the items, I need to move that coin somewhere. And of course, weight if you're a weak character like me. Don't let the 21 strength fool you right now because I have an elixir running right now because I think I'm a 10 strength character. I can't remember now. Something like that. I'm not very strong. So I'm constantly needing to move stuff around, which is why inventory management for me is a very important component of the game. So one of the quick things, let's just go to equipment now because I have a bunch of stuff here that I don't need on my druid. So what do you do with all this stuff that you don't need? Well, first and foremost, you can transfer it to another character. That's really easy. Anytime you want to do anything, and again, I'm working on the Xbox controller, so if you're playing on the PlayStation controller or something else, it might be different. But in this case, we'll hit the X button, which brings up the context menu above me. And from here, we can see things like move the item, or send the item, or add it to wares, send it to camp, throw it, or examine it, or even drop it. So using the X button is the quick and easy way to bring up this context menu to do individual things with items, and that's great for single items that you want to move around. But what do you do when you want to handle multiple items at a time? Now, I didn't actually know this when I did the first controller video I ever did. I missed the part where down below, somewhere right over here, it says RT to select, and I didn't actually see that. And a bunch of people pointed it out in my video. Thanks to those of you who did, because it enabled me to understand this a little bit better as well. Because I was learning the controller when this game first launched, because we didn't get to play the controller in early access. So the first thing to do would be to select, and you're going to notice it puts a plus sign over any item that you want to deal with. So once you've done this, just select everything that doesn't have an E over it, because the E are the things that you are that you have equipped. And then it's very simple here to then simply hit the X to bring up the context menu. You'll notice it's a little shorter now because we have multiple items selected, so it's not letting us throw as an example, because you can't throw multiple items. But you can drop all of these items on the ground at the same time if you want to. You can send them all to your camp at the same time if you want to, or you can choose to just go ahead and send them to Lae'zel like so, and boom, now they're all down in Lae'zel's inventory, which is extremely helpful when you're a weak druid like I am and you can't carry a lot of stuff. But what if we want to go to, you know, what's up, everybody? Quick commercial break here to give it a shout out to our guild champions, who are the highest tier memberships here on YouTube: Ancient Entity, Assassin Gamer 94, Bubalonia Rising, Crazy's Relative, Mujin, and Remedy. Thanks so much for the highest tier membership. And thanks to all of the members who support the channel, because you keep me doing this full time. You too can become a supporter if you're new here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Join as a member. There's 3 different tiers. We do lots of special stuff: private polls, private videos. You get a shout out if you're the highest tier membership, but you can also do one-off donations in the form of super chats on any live stream or premiere you see, and of course super thanks on any upload or YouTube short. Whatever you can contribute, it's great. Keeps me on the air full time, keeps the cats fed, keeps the homestead running. Anyway, back to the video, everybody. All of these items, right? Let's say we want to, hang on, let's go back to that. Let's go to the filter, and then we're going to scroll up. And let's say I want to deal with all of these books and things, right? So one of the things I would do here again is I would start to right select all of these books as an example. I'm just going to click some of these just so you get the idea of what I'm doing. Boom, 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 boom. And we'll do one more so we get a few lines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that drop down menu and I'm going to choose to add to wares. And that's going to add an additional, if we back out of this now, you'll see that these now have a silver coin icon above all of the items that I just flagged as wares. And now if you don't know what that means, when you go to a merchant, you have the option to sell all wares, which allows you to bulk sell items at the merchant. But you do have to manually apply a tag to those items to flag them as junk, aka wares, so that it very quickly and easily sells all of those items for you. So that's how you do that, so that when you get to the merchant, you can then sell those and you don't have to go through and filter for additional things. You can just very quickly tell the merchant, yeah, sell all the things that I have. And then a lot of the times what I'll do is I like to filter by weight and say, well, what do I have that's really heavy on my character, and deal with that. So let's go to the gold, because that's taking up quite a bit, and I'm just going to choose to send that to camp. So now all that gold has been sent to camp. Now these things can get quite heavy as well. I've got a camp supply pack that has 16 things in it. So what I would want to do here, if I wanted to, is I could open this, and I could then take all of these items, as an example, and then choose to send these items to camp, which empties that inventory, and now I'm no longer carrying 16 pounds of camp supplies. Those have been sent back to camp, and I can continue to collect here. So that's the quick and easy way to deal with the inventory management in the console. There's obviously more stuff you can do here, and we'll be covering more of these details as we get deeper into the game. But for now, that's your quick and easy guide, everybody, to how to do some quick inventory management with the controller in Baldur's Gate 3. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. And of course, follow along as we stream every day at 11 a.m. Central. Lots of Baldur's Gate 3 right now, but we're also prepping for Starfield and Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty and who knows what else as we get to the end of the year. So check out all the other playlists, drop into our Discord, links are down below. Support if you can with memberships, super chats, and super thanks. I'll see everybody in the next video. Until then, stay safe and happy gaming.